National Football League on EA Sports. And the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Coming up next.
Well, the temperatures are cooling off, but the sun is still shining, and that makes for perfect football weather in the city of Pittsburgh at Acrisure Stadium.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes. As you've got quarterbacks here, yes, they can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wilson to throw right away. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. Start for this offense.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Our first carry for Najee Harris. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Wilson. Got his man, it's Warren. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
In motion, Aguilar. They'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd and 9. On the option right is Jackson. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That 2nd down play nets a -4. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now Jackson.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. It may sound cliche, but those are the types of yards he can get you. He's such a bruising back.
He is, and typically with that type of a back, if he has any type of stamina, it shows up later in the ball game. Because trust me, guys get tired of running up and trying to tackle that big fella. It wears on him, and then he gets stronger as the game goes on.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Second down and 8. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 38. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A first down carry for Henry. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He finds his man Johnson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw is Jackson.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They go play action now. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Isaiah Likely. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Justin Madubuike in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
At the 29-yard line.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Wilson.
He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Play action. Now Wilson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 10 more there and another 1st down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
They go play action with Wilson. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Tylan Wallace now on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing is Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll run it again with Henry. Pushing through the contact. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
35 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Here's Wilson.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now it's Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler.
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Throwing again here, Wilson.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Wilson.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 19. A gain there of 21 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
A 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 3-yard line. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And that ball is caught by Washington. Touchdown Steelers. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
They'll start with a give to Henry.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Henry again on 2nd down.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now it's Jackson.
That is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Ravens first down.
From the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down, Baltimore.
Here's Jackson to throw.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Hey, report!
Now it's Jackson.
Throw caught by Flowers.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Jackson will throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Jackson now. Flush to his right. Touchdown! Derrick Henry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Jackson.
This will go to Henry out wide.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson.
And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now Jackson. This is caught at the 20. And they do finally get him at the 12. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Harris running straight ahead.
And Najee going to have a Steelers first down as he gets this up past the 40.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Run it.
First down, and they go back to Harris.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They run again with Harris. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
A 26-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
They'll roll him out right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup.
Now Wilson. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert, but right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, it's Jackson. Completes it to Aguilar. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
Omar, ready? Ready!
They go play action with Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Go.
Here's Jackson. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
At the 40-yard line.
Hold on, ready? Right. Ready. Ready, shot. Ready, shot.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
No, we changed it.
Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They set up the screen to Hill. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Got his man. It's Williams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
Throwing is Wilson. That is caught. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Wilson will throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Wilson. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. They're going for it. This is Harris. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Got an open man. It's Pickens. Here comes 2nd down.
Here's Wilson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
That's caught by Johnson.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Change it. Hey.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Jackson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Jackson.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 10. A little over 50 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now Lamar changing the play. They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 23-yard run.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for two.
Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
He's got this to Pickens.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One last shot for Wilson. One last shot at the end zone.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
And with that, we say so long from Pittsburgh.